All right, go ahead.
Heavyweight
Floor's
is
yours.
appropriate for this.
Well, that's good.
Let me know when you're ready and I'll start it out.
Ready.
Okay. More than 2,000 years ago, during the third era of the year of 861, Arnor fell. Arnor, the great nation of the Dunedain, during the life of the 10th king, his three sons were fighting against each other of who was to be the next king. And then the 10th king died. What were they to do? After the 10th king of Arnor died in the year of 861 in the third era, the three sons then decided to split the land into three. In the northwest, you have Arthedain. In the northeast, you have Rudar. And in the south, Cardolan. Cardolan was a prosperous area, stretching as far north as Bree, covering the South Burrows, covering the old forests, going all the way down south to Tharbad. They cut down the trees and made the great plains you see in order to build amazing and fantastic cities. Tharbad was already a prosperous city and was essential to the economics of Cardolan. It was a very important city to include the amazing bridge that connected Cardolan and all of the nations of Ardor with the south, with Rohan. But in the years that followed afterwards, in the 13th and the 14th century, the line of Isildur almost died. No longer were their children connected to the kings of Arnor in Cardolan or in Aradar. The last living person of the line of Isildur was a current king of Arthedain. This unfortunately started a civil war that ravaged the entire land. Cardolan sided with Arthedain and the true king of Arnor, whereas Rudar decided to side with Angamar, the evil country in the northeast next to the Misty Mountains, where the Witch King took control and made his own nation. Rudar and the Witch King fought against Cardolan and Arthedain, and this war lasted for a century. And then, in the year 1409, the last prince of Cardolan was slain in the fields. After being slain, he and his many soldiers were buried in the graves now known as the Burrows. The Burrow Downs, I should say. As time passed, as more of the sons of Cardolan died, they too were buried alongside the soldiers and the princes, the royalties in the Burrow Downs. That is until the most disastrous year of Cardolan. In the third era of 1636, when the Dark Plague spread, the breath of Sauron came out of Mordor, and the darkness spread. His arms were wide and long, as the massive majority of Cardalon died from this great black dark plague. The only thing that really helped out in the past was the Rangers and their knowledge of Kingsfoil, which was the only cure that was known to the Dark Plague. But it wasn't enough. The massive majority of Cardalon died, and they too were buried in the Burrow Downs. The Witch King, who is still alive to this day, decided that he will use all of this death to his advantage, as he sent Burrow Rights to infest the Cardolan graves and use the dead. And this caused the complete fall of Cardolan.
No.
Decimating all of the cities, decimating all of the civilization. To this day, the land that was once known as Cardolan is a barren civilization. Nothing but plains as far as the eye can see. And ruins. Tharbad is barren. Tharbad is in ruins. Tharbad is not what it used to be, though there are some people who settle in it. It is the last settlement of the sons of Cardolan. We begin our session on the old bridge that connects to Tharbad. After this battle that you guys had, all but one of the thugs that took on your ranger friend as a hostage and blew up the bridge, thus making it unusable. After all of this, there was only one survivor. You guys surround him. This guy who was the most evil of men. How dare he try to slay your dear beloved pony?
Who is that?
Yeah, not the homie.
He is begging for his life and saying, please, please, spare me.
Gary breaks the
Hey,
fourth
you're gonna
wall
have
and
to roll-
complains
you're gonna
about
have to
how
roll
his...
persuasion, buddy.
Gary complains by breaking the fourth wall and says that his hand is tiring from writing down everything the narrator just said.
Like I said, it was going to be a massive floor dump.
I wrote it down.
See, it was a massive floor dump, and there was a Lord of the Rings style introduction.
It was-
you know how
it
he
was
likes
great.
to introduce his... Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
You know,
I liked it.
On the subject of that, it kind of something that always like comes around, but like I personally have a hard time remembering is just like how kind of post-apocalyptic Lord of the Rings can be sometimes, right? Because like there's all these ruins of ancient great
I
civilizations.
mean, that's basically every fantasy setting. Like,
Yeah.
Tolkien kind of set the standard, but like,
Oh, yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a reason for it.
My personal opinion, I think one of the series that really capitalized on this post-apocalyptic medieval setting would be the Shannara Chronicles. Super Christian series, but that's what it basically is. The Shannara Chronicles, what happens is in our world, we go into World War III, and World War III causes the complete apocalypse, and all of the radiation caused humanity to mutate into dwarves, into gnomes, elves, and such. And because everyone's trying to build off of the apocalypse, and there's literally been thousands of years of mutation, suddenly, and the introduction of magic suddenly happens, and all of the artifacts are actually ancient electrical artifacts of the past.
Right.
It turns into a medieval age, but it's a medieval age that was created through World War III.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's cool.
I like the Shannara Chronicles.
I mean, you know what they say, World War III, you don't know what weapons will be fought,
Yeah.
but World War IV
Oh.
will be fought with sticks and stones.
And you could
Yeah.
probably guess, what was the only book that survived World War III into the Shannara Chronicles? It's the only book that the elves have that dates back to before World War III.
Bible?
The Bible.
The Bible! It's the only surviving book.
I thought you said creek for some reason. I was gonna guess a river. Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, back
Gary,
to the bridge.
what? Why did you do this to us? We were just passing through. We weren't looking for any harm. You see this? You see that? I'm bleeding because of you.
We need your help.
You should have asked in the first place.
But you're a dwarf.
You have something against dwarves?
I'm aware of that. I am a dwarf, yes.
Felden. I apologize. We welcomed you early, and then we stabbed you in the back. As soon as we welcomed you and you mentioned the antitoxin, we plotted behind you so that we can get our hands on the antitoxin at all means necessary. I'm sorry for doing that to you and to your party.
All means
But you have
necessary,
dwarves.
apparently excluding diplomacy and or buying it?
But you have dwarves. Dragon sickness. Antitoxin, one of the most rarest substances created by the elves on the other side of the Misty Mountains. They're never gonna give us the antitoxins. Just look at the dragon sickness that's in their eyes.
May I roll a history check to see if there's anything remotely that I would have heard from, say, Bilbo's tales that would indicate whether what they're talking about is complete
Yes,
fiction?
yes. History or medicine, whichever one you want to.
I am significantly better at history, so I will give you that. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, dragon sickness
For a
is
total of 20.
iconic in the dwarves. Every single dwarfish civilization has fallen primarily because of dragon sickness, and it is it in the tales of old talking about the dwarves. If they ever talk about anything that has caused the dwarves to fall or the primary sin they suffer from, it is greed that is fueled by gold sickness or dragon sickness. It's well documented. And you, of all people, know, especially because you lived in the very land that Bilbo came back to.
Yes.
He documented
And-
his everything.
And he was not shy about spreading tales. What
Well,
I'm asking specifically is antidote. Is that a made up thing?
So Bilbo does mention that whereas his fellow friends fell to dragon sickness, in the end they still considered him their friend. There is no known cure to dragon sickness, short of literally hiding all the stuff that can cause him to fall to greed.
Okay. With that knowledge,
The only
Sigmund-
cure is humility.
Yeah.
And
With that
intentional poverty.
with that knowledge, Sigmund will just quirk an eyebrow and ask this bandit. Now, who told you about an antidote for dragon sickness in the hands of the elves.
Well, oh wait. Say that again?
Who told you about this antidote?
Dragon sick.
you're looking for?
Oh, no. The antidote isn't for dragon sickness. The Felden
Okay.
here mentioned just in passing because we had a good conversation. Nothing on him. We just had a good conversation over some ale and some smoked fish. And just in passing, he mentioned antitoxin. He also mentioned that you were party of dwarves. Antitoxin is made by a special herb that can only be found near the Mirkwood Forest. And the only people who know how to turn that herb into an antitoxin are the elves of Thorian.
Right. So, let me
And
get
why
this
do you
straight.
need it?
What exactly are you trying to cure? Because it's not dragon sickness, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, it's definitely not dragon sickness. Don't know what it is. There is a looming darkness that seems to come from the south. People are suffering. Black spots are all over them.
And the solution was killing us
We don't
over
know.
a couple bottles of anti-venom? Anti-poison?
It's bad.
I might not be the smartest dwarf here, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Wait, where is
Neither.
the other Gary?
Where's Smart
Wait, what?
Gary?
Yes.
Yeah, where is he?
My guess would be he's probably tending to some wounds right now.
Smart Gary's doing smart things and he's watching our six.
He's feeding the horse.
He's just not interested in
Well-
talking.
Yeah. He's too smart for this. As we have the guy with the highest intelligence score with us in the group. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I've got great intelligence scores.
This is true. Also, okay. Felden is going to take this time to like turn to Sigismund and be like, also, hello? I don't think we've met before. You were not with us when we departed
It's just Sigmund.
Sigmund.
Right, yeah, I was a latecomer. They almost left without me, actually. Holds up my alchemy jug. Gandalf gave me this, and I've been learning and use it to create some special brews and apply certain things.
Well met.
Well, that's yourself. Shame it wasn't under better circumstances.
Agreed.
You are right in saying that my reaction may have been a little bit too much, but
It got your men killed. Of course it was
Oh.
too much.
A little too much. You got yourselves killed.
we
Way
we
too
are
careful.
just simple guardsmen who's been trying to help out as best as we can. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what the sickness is. My fellow men, they're like brothers to me. And
Where we
then-
come from, if men did that, they'd be reported to their lord. Where is your lord?
Dead.
I suppose you killed him then. For antitoxin.
Last week, my child. My fellow men they wanted to help out. He's suffering. He could barely hold his breath. I'm at my wit's end. Just help. Help me. I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose we can't very well leave a child in suffering then, now can we? He does speak of that true enough.
Hey,
I know.
DM.
Yeah?
Hobbits don't have much of a idea of the child services, do they?
They have children.
Yeah, no, but like child services, as in the event of a bad parent, like they get.
Nonsense. There's no such thing as a bad parent in Hobbit Town. In the Shire, everyone is a good parent.
The Sackville Baggins might take offense to that.
Oh, well, see, every single family thinks that they're better at raising their kids than the other families. And don't you dare talk about, those children. Like Pippins and Merrin. They weren't raised right. But there's no such thing as a bad parent.
Yeah, all the bad parents were in prison.
No, they don't exist. There's no such thing as bad parents, just bad children.
Oh, I see.
I'm just poking fun of Merrin and Pippin. Who's the family that's always get talked about in the Shire? Isn't like the Tonks?
The Tooks?
The Tooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
Pippin's
Son of a
family.
cook.
Yeah, it's like the one family that everyone complains about.
The other one would be
Yeah.
Brandy Bucks.
Hmm. Yeah. We will all, for the sake of the next generation, it's like we're old folk. And this is the future. We're willing to die for the people of Tharbad here. We are the last of Cardalon. If we die out, there'll be no one who remembers. My good men.
I am sympathetic,
died.
but you don't seem to be very fazed by the death of your comrades.
We were all willing to die. If it means getting our hands on something that can cure the youth. And then he like shows his hand. He pulls his wrist, hit the piece of cloth down, and you can see like black marks all the way down his hand. I don't have much time either.
Sigmund, you clearly have some medical proficiency.
Not
No,
really,
no,
but,
wait, hold on, before I say that.
No,
No,
he
you
only
rolled
has more.
history, not medicine. You rolled history, not medicine. Never mind, I'm gonna keep that back.
Yeah, like my medicine is +1. You're probably better at that.
Felton is likely to probably have the highest wisdom.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, yes, I do want to roll.
If you're rolling medicine, Felden, roll with advantage.
All right.
Because this is special ranger knowledge.
Second. You. Medicine. Oh, thank you for that advantage. Okay, 19.
19. Stories have been passed down from ranger to ranger at the times of the death plague. The signs of what it looks like, where it comes from. It comes from Mordor. It looks exactly what you see on the guy. And the only known cure is King's Foil. And how do you do it? Is you don't wrap it around because it spreads out the whole body. And you don't need a lot, actually. You only need one leaf, actually. You get one leaf, you put it down in a fine pipe powder, and you put it in water, make a tea out of it, and you minister as a tea.
Okay.
And
Is the death plague contagious?
yes. Well,
How?
it's not really contagious. It's not contagious. It's in the air.
It's airborne.
Yeah, it's not really airborne. It is literally the arm of Mordor hovering over the lands of Cardolan.
Oh.
It's like an evil spirit has infested the air. See, the thing is, from the stories of old, says that Sauron himself breathed upon the land, and the death plague just spawned.
Bruh. Okay.
Although, why is it here? Because Sauron is definitely not Sauron is definitely not back.
Yeah. No.
That guy's dead.
Okay. This is very bad. This is very, very, very bad. Okay, would I know if the antitoxin that we have can actually cure this?
No.
No, it can't. No, it can't, or no, I don't know.
It can't. You know that the only cure is King's Foil.
Okay.
So keep in mind, these are humans that are completely clueless. They hear antitoxin, they have no clue what this illness is, they are at the wit's end, and you, wait a second, we can cure this with King's Foil. If only you had King's Foil.
I believe we have a fair amount of the stuff.
I have it written down here. We have 53 and a half leaves.
I've got another 30.
No, that's part of it. I included that. I included that in our number back when.
He secretly pocketed 30 more without you noticing.
Ah, okay, never mind.
I wasn't secret about it. Like, it's just on top of what you guys were gathering, I also got some.
And honestly, Felden does not know this.
Okay.
Until you mentioned it.
What you have, sir, is the death plague. And the only known cure is tea made from the leaf of the King's Foil plant.
Wait a second. No. The death plague, that was 1,000 years ago.
Perhaps. I do not know how you have it, but I do know the signs. For those have been passed down from ranger to ranger of the Dunedain for 1,000 years.
That's impossible. The death plague is the extension of
Sauron. Of Mordor.
But Sauron's dead.
Well, yes. So either, I mean, you have it.
Wait, what
So
are
it
you
doesn't
saying?
matter. You have it. I don't know how. I presume. Well, okay, how long ago did this start?
Okay,
Been a couple
Sigmund is
months.
kind of tuned out of the lore right now after Felden said King's foil, and just like kind of doing some mental math in his head.
See, Gandalf doesn't even find out that Sauron is truly back until, I believe, 3 months from now.
Right. So I'm just saying.
No, 2 months. 2 mons from now.
I don't
Because
know.
he finds
how.
out in September.
I don't
And
know.
we're technically
how,
in the month of June.
But you have this one very specific plague.
Okay, 3 months.
You have this one very specific plague, and we need King's foil. You need King's foil. The antitoxin. I hate to break it to you, but even if you had stolen the antitoxin, it wouldn't have done anything for you.
Oh.
Hold up. How
Okay.
many people did you say were sick
Sauron,
again?
put aside. King's foil.
Yes. King's
How
foil.
much we
If someone wants to chime in and say, "Oh, we have King's foil," please do.
No, I'm asking. Hold up. How many people did you say were sick again?
okay. The majority of us are sick, but of the children,
Hard numbers, please.
those who are 18 years and younger, that family, probably 200 kids. And then of the adults, those who are able-bodied, maybe 50 more.
Bro, Luvatar, have
Everyone
mercy.
else has already died.
Okay, DM, may I use my ability for cooking and brewing to determine how many leaves would be necessary to make a potent enough brew for that many people?
250. One leaf per person.
1 leaf per person.
So now the question is, who? Or you don't answer that question. You just let them solve the problem themselves.
Do you not
Well-
have King's foil here?
It doesn't grow naturally here.
Well, we know where to get it. And it's dangerous, but there is somebody who apparently makes a habit of saving people in danger in that area, so...
You guys
Who knows?
came from the north.
Yeah?
What dangerous places up in the north? The hobbits, hobbits are pretty nice.
The Barrow Downs.
Arrow Downs? I've heard that was silence for the last couple of centuries.
Not anymore. But that's where you get your King's Leaf.
Probably
The dead are
a few
active.
of them so that they could get up there in a party of their own. Get some King's foil for themselves.
So let me get this straight. You want the sons of Cardalin to desecrate the graves of our ancestors.
What? We didn't say anything about graves. Don't
More
put
like
words in my
visit them
mouth.
and... More like visit them and look for bushes. You don't have to actually desecrate the graves. You just have to go and pick leaves. Granted, there are not that many. King's soil is popular to harvest, and well, there's not a lot of it to go around.
No, there
What?
isn't.
But
We
that's where
kind-
you go to solve your problem.
We kind of almost made it go extinct when the plague came last time.
Hmm.
They knew about this?
What?
Just they managed
Last
to.
time thousands of years ago, right?
Well, let's just say that the people of Cardolan are well versed in the politics and histories of Cardolan. They are
Fine.
desperate in maintaining what little heritage they have left.
Were you not able to farm more just in case?
We don't know how.
You seem to be.
I mean-
Sigmund will face home.
I mean, look, if we were capable of bringing back the great plants that we had cultivated in the past, do you not think we would have been able to bring Tharbad back to its former glory? We are but simple people. The common thief, the common farmer and fisherman.
See, that's what I'm getting at. Common farmer. If you got a miracle plant that can grow a cure to a disease, that's granted you didn't think would come back, but not having enough of it on hand in case it does sounds rather silly.
Well, yeah, but
Anywho,
it's probably,
we-
it's presumably not some sort of like easy to cultivate plant, is it?
I mean,
don't know.
yes, but
Oh,
Well,
it is.
can I do a? I mean,
no.
the lore check.
Yeah,
Kingsfoil is a weed where near the Shire, like it is all over the place. They don't even like it. It's just super abundant.
But that's in the Shire. We're talking about Carladon, and
Yeah.
maybe
Okay, anyway, you need
someone
to
from the
go-
Shire needs to tell them, hey, just go to the Shire.
well, there's even more of it over in the Shire, although they don't necessarily appreciate rough and tumble visitors too much, but honestly, you'll probably be able to find a fair degree of it there too.
You know
How much
what?
of your people can make the journey?
Ooh.
Well, we kind of destroyed the bridge.
I
So
don't
we'll have
know
to
why
go
you
by
did
boats.
that. Even matter.
Wait, the whole bridge is down? I thought only parts
No,
of it.
no, just the part that's behind you is down. It's like it's literally uncrossable now.
It seems like a grave error. Why would you do that?
Sigmund will look over there and
Our
look
intelligence
back.
modifier is -1, so
Right. Well,
Gary wants to roll an insight check on that.
okay, roll an insight check.
right.
7.
The guy's obviously smarter than you.
Okay,
Wiser, too.
How big is the gap? DM, how big is the gap?
The gap in intelligence or the gap in the bridge?
The gap in the bridge. I don't care about how dumb people are.
Big enough that if you were to jump with even like a magical capability of extending your jump, you still would not be able to.
I'm not talking capable of like whether I can cross. I'm talking like rough distance.
Oh, rough distance?
Artificer, man. I'm doing engineering.
Oh, okay. There's like a 40-foot gap. And it's not the only gap, there's also another gap. It's like, if you go to the map... That's
Hey.
gone. And that's gone.
Hey.
And it's wider.
Hey. Let me just
And just wait till that middle pillar just falls down. Oh, wait, it fell.
Let me just go through my abilities. Artificer infusions. Replicate item. Rope of climbing. I'd have to change out what I've got in use at the time.
Is it rope?
But I have a solution for that problem.
Okay. Okay. Hey, he's looking at you, he's like... I see.
Yeah, so like I'm just staring at the gaps in the bridge and like contemplating. I'm not saying anything yet.
if we can get all of we can go by boats.
All right. So here is the plan.
But
We shall use the king's foil that we apparently have to cure enough of you to make the journey to the Shire, so that the rest of you can establish a trading route to get more king's foil.
with a nat 20, I will say you are capable of stretching it where you don't cure them, but you do offset the disease to a certain degree.
Okay, so what would that be? Like half a leaf per person to like lessen the effect?
Well, we don't have to cure all of them. Well, I mean,
You don't have to cure them. You just give them the supplies and let them decide what to do.
right.
Well, they're dumb and evidently have very, very poor survival instincts. Sigmund's friend Darwin would probably declare them a lost cause. If we're
You know
being
what? Hey, give me a moment.
Matter of fact,
and
he's
the
probably
guy-
given a reward for it.
The guy leaves. You're still on the bridge. But the guy leaves you on the bridge.
Okay, like we were busy talking about the fate of his company, and he just like walks away while we're discussing it.
Yep.
Rude.
All but okay.
After an hour, all of a sudden you guys hear a giant commotion.
I mean, I don't know if we would stick around for an hour if he just left without saying anything.
Well, this conversation lasted for a good hour.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, but he was part of it. I don't know if he left, we
See,
would stick around.
Okay, so even at that, if you're trying to walk back, it doesn't matter because as soon as you get to the stairs of the bridge, you see a giant group of people walking up the steps. And in the front, you see this guy in like full regalia leading the group. I mean, it's in tatters, and you can see like the stitches, but it's supposed to be colorful. As he's like marching in the front with a whole bunch of people, and also they're like holding litters with like people on the litters, and you also see a couple of horses stringing their own wagons also, and there's like a giant company of people that's going up the bridge, up the not really steps but the ramp to the bridge to where you guys are at.
Oh.
You can hear crying and laughing of children, the usual commotion that children give, like that one child crying, but mom, and the other like children like laughing as they're playing. You hear like coughing, they're all coughing, like almost everyone's coughing, and the group like seems to add up to like 300 people.
whoa.
What in Middle-earth?
Well, there are a lot more people here than I thought there'd be.
That's a lot less than you would normally think for an entire civilization.
Yeah, but
I mean, they
look
said
at the
they were
buildings. They look like they're broken and crumbling. Why are there so many people here?
You folks! I hear that you have come to cure us and save us, our saviors! I, as the mayor of the great sons of Cardalon, welcome you and thank you for everything that you plan on doing for our sake.
First thing you
what?
could do
Thanks.
is not get any closer.
Yes, Sigmund is just going to stride up.
Don't
to him, like,
worry,
crossbow.
I am perfectly safe.
Sigmund is just going to stride up to him with a pissed off look on his face, crossbow in hand. Right, well, first off, we didn't plan
Nice to
do
meet
that.
you,
You're
my friend.
very
He hugged
nervous,
you.
us, and then-
He hugged you and let you off the ground. He's not even listening to a word you're saying.
I'm going
It's like,
to shoot
thank
you.
you!
I'm going to shoot him as he reaches out for that.
I support Sigmund in this. I support Sigmund.
I roll to grapple Sigmund.
Nah. Like I'm striding forward. Unless you're trying to follow me and avoid confrontation.
Yeah, but you're also a hobbit.
Yeah,
I have my
if you want
belt.
to do that, do it. Like, say you're doing it.
Hobbits are
But,
well
like, I'm
known for
striding
being
forward, I'm
hospitable
pissed.
people.
Like,
I have my axe out. Hey,
okay,
you stay away from him.
guys. First off, I stride forward. I'm not getting in arm's range. If he's approaching me to try and pick me up and be thankful, I'm going to shoot him. What are the rest of you all doing? Now that we've established it.
Guy's coming with a giant grin on his face. He is so ecstatic.
I'm
He
walking
thinks
up.
that you are his little saviors.
I'm walking up next to Sigmund. I have my axe in my hand and say,
Hey, stay right there. Don't get any closer.
Yeah, Sigmund is just going to say, first off, we did not plan on helping you. Your men ambushed us and tried to steal our possessions
Supplies.
and force our compliance. This is not generally a friendly course of action. Secondly, you all are assuming that we've agreed to help you. And you just brought your entire people here? We just killed all but one of your men. You're idiots.
Okay, quiet down. Quiet
Belmir
down.
told me. Wait, what are you talking about? The Belmir is a guard. He is an outstanding person.
He has a
amazing guy.
throat. And I'm going to point at Feldon.
Okay, so there was a bit misunderstanding of the desperation of your position, and he ended up attacking us, but we're over that now. I hope. Just things are a lot.
Get up here!
Things are more tense. No hugs, please. We are not taking hugs at this time.
You see the mayor just like wallops Belmir, who is manager, in the face, and like Belmir like falls down the ground, so the ground out. It's like, oh, little. And then he turns and says like, I apologize for his actions.
All right.
I
We're good
presume
then.
the explosion was his fault too.
Yes, he went ahead and sabotaged your way of crossing the bridge. Unassisted.
Okay, but now that we are here, we have supplies that we can deliver to you to help you with your illnesses. And
Sigmund is just going to slowly turn and look up at Feldon incredulously, like, what the fuck, dude?
well, was that not the plan?
Like, don't worry. We have all the supplies we need. We heard that
Not the plan. I'm confused.
Belmir told us that everything we need to get our cure is in the Shire. So we planned, with your assistance, going all the way to the Shire. We have all the supplies we need to travel to the Shire. In fact, we have extra in case you want extra supplies. You are our saviors. We will give you things.
We don't want things. Get out of here.
Hold up. What things are on offer?
What things? Well, first things first. The best thing that is about us, that we are well known for, is smoked fish. We have in supply. We have in plenty. The smoked fish. The best smoked fish you have ever tasted in your entire life.
The smoked fish is pretty good, but that's not the point right now.
Next, to the east of Tharbad is a swamp. With a river that flows through the swamp, and next to that swamp just so happens to be our distillery, where we make the absolute best whiskey. So we also give whiskey.
I'm sorry. Okay. So this is all foodstuffs that he's talking about. Like, is there, like, as he's going down the list, is it all foodstuffs of like various qualities?
No, it's not also food stuff. We also have salt.
That's
That's a food stuff. My God.
Okay, I heard enough. I'm out of here.
Okay.
You guys can do
And
what you want.
Baking. We also have baking powder.
Okay, so Gary's heard enough.
What?
He consults Smart Gary, and I'm pretty sure Smart Gary would agree with him that they're going to hop in the cart and start going down the road and leave these people behind.
Yes.
But
Sigmund
the
is on board with
cure.
this.
But they're
The cure.
dying.
Well, you. But Belgium,
You know where
you're
to
gonna
go.
cure us.
You
You know
you
where
guys
to
have
go.
been very dishonest with us. We don't know if what we have could even help you.
We had 200 kids that were about to die.
It's now 200 kids. Wait,
It was
out of 300
kids.
people, there's 200 kids? So what, there's like 50 men and 50 women and then 200 kids?
They're lemmings. They spend all their time reproducing instead of making sure they can survive.
We thought we were going to die out. We tried to make more.
Yeah,
Gary is out of here.
Sigmund is going to load up on the cart with the
What?
two Garys and tell them,
It's
if you make it to the Shire, tell Darwin he's an idiot.
wait. Before you guys go, wait, how about information?
I'm checked out.
Listen, you know where to go to get the thing you need. You know how to use the thing you need, right?
And okay, were we giving them anything, or were we giving them the king's foil that we have? I'm
Feldon,
unclear
you
on
should
this
just
point.
toss them like 50 leaves and say, like, do with it what you want. This will get you a little further. Like, we can't do any better than that.
Yeah, like
That's
we
what
can
I
give
thought
them
we
more
were gonna
stock,
do.
I guess. Like unless more barrel
Like-
stuff shows up, I doubt.
I feel like 50 is a reasonable number, and it leaves us with enough that we aren't going to die because of these people's incompetence.
Like 50, and then I have another 30.
Okay,
So
that leaves me with
basically
3.5.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should keep the 30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, my understanding is like Gary's giving his stash and I'm keeping my stash. So, like Sigmund is basically, as we're loading up the cart, asking the mayor, right? You understand where you're going? Yes.
No.
Go to the Shire. There's plenty of Kingsleaf there. Or if you want to risk it, go to the Barrow Downs. But
Where?
that's going to be a lot more of a hassle. Go where Kingsfoil is.
What's Shire?
Where all me.
Go to Bury first.
Past Bree.
In the north. Follow the road north.
Honestly, just get to Bree. You'll be able to set up a trade route there. You know where Bree is, right?
Yes.
Go to Bree.
But
Second.
don't we have to
The
go
ghost-
to the Burrow Downs or near the Burrow Downs? Didn't you just say they were Burrowites?
Yeah, but that should only be a problem if you go off the road. But if you go off the road, you might find what you need on the way. Because there's
Okay.
also Kingswell there.
Okay.
How,
So-
And
like,
there's
I don't understand.
You like helping people out in case you get.
These people sound
You'll
like,
get that.
they sound like the worst
Complete
NPCs
idiots.
in, like, Skyrim where they can't do anything.
Agreed, and I'm treating them as such, which is why I'm making sure that they're not going to freaking just die and blame it on
To
us.
be honest, I don't
Hey,
think we're all
In
that
some
at fault
cities,
if they
they're just
die.
complete fools.
Yeah. Oh. I can't be their babysitter.
But yeah,
So, what do we?
they know to go to Bree. Right. Now you know what you're looking for, right? Kingsfoil.
So this is king's foil here. What do we do with it?
You make
Make it
tea
in-
with it and you drink it. And that'll help. Apparently,
Okay.
according to him.
And so if we were
Yes.
to like grab all of the leaves, put in water, and then drink from it, we'll be good.
Well, you gotta boil the water first and like let it steep. Like you know how to make tea, correct?
Definitely. We make the finest tea here.
Okay, may I roll a history check because he's been making a lot of claims and the Shire has some really good food, and that's gonna be some stiff competition.
He is
Like
making
this
a
is
lot
a point of
of progress.
personal
If you,
pride
if,
at this
if
point.
you, we'll do history, but if you want to do insights instead, that will also be okay.
My history is better. I'm much more of a big brain than I am a good people person. Natural 19, 23.
You have no clue what these Tharbad people are. It's like I never heard of you. If you're so
Okay.
good at these things, why have I never heard of you?
So they're from like hick nowhere. Okay.
These basically are like the hillbillies of hillbillies that no one, not even hillbillies, don't know of.
Go to Bree, set up a trade route with the Shire, get Kingsfoil, make tea with it. You'll be good there. This is to tide
So-
you over. It won't be in the strength you
Let-
need, but
Let us exchange something to you. It seems like you don't need food, but we can impart knowledge. Yeah, we are simple folk, but we are knowledgeable of the region.
I'm
Where are
just
you guys going? Where are you guys going?
looks over at the rest of the party. I don't know. That's quite ambiguous.
Okay.
I put out the map for you guys. It's like,
Yeah. We were going down the river from here, weren't we?
yeah. So you were heading east and
The
skirting the
cast
river.
of the Austin Edin? Was
Yeah.
it?
Austin Adil.
Guys.
Technically,
we were
there's a
heading to
path.
Austin Ed Hill.
Oh, so you don't plan on taking the road on the north side of the river, but you plan on skirting the south side of the river? If you take the road in the north, that leads you all the way to Moria, which I would advise don't do. But if you stay south of the river, that will get you to the ruins of the Elven Smiths. Why in the world would you want to go there?
That's
There's a
not
mountain
important
pass
right
that
now.
Well,
What is important is that we're going in that direction, and that's the way that we're going.
That's how the
Okay.
the
No, I
lembas
think
bread crumbles.
So, my warnings then give you a little bit of knowledge. It's nothing but open plains. There's no path. You should probably take good care of your equipment on the way there. It's going to be a very, very bumpy road. And there's not much things that will get in your way. I mean, there might be the occasional warg here and there, but the good rangers have been pulling them as of late. But the ruins of the Elvensmiths? That's Forsaken Land. There's a reason why
Oh.
the elves no longer even remotely stay there.
So is Moria.
Well, Moria's different. Moria's dwarves, but we'll talk about the elves here. The Smiths themselves had decided to go to wherever the elves go, but no elf has ever touched it. No human dares step foot in that Forsaken Land. It is almost as if a eternal shadow overcasts that area. Do you not know the history of the ruins of the Elvensmiths?
Something surprisingly
Regardless of whether or
intelligent.
not we know the history, we've got to go that way. It doesn't matter if we know the
That
history
is
or
where
if
the
it's not.
rings were smith.
Okay, We have to go there.
Oh. What rings?
Very in character. Oh!
I mean, hey, I'm from the shadow.
What are we
They're
talking
not
about?
gonna know
There's a
jack
reason
about
why it's
those.
avoided.
Right.
That is where Sauron plotted the downfall of the elves and mankind.
Well, Thoron is dead now, isn't he?
I'm not so certain anymore.
Good on
Right,
you.
well, regardless, you have your pathing and we have ours. And you have sick people, so the longer you tarry, the worse it will be. So I suggest we all get to move on and go where we're going.
I will give you some fair warning.
No, enough warnings. Thank you. We're
No,
going on our
no,
way. You have the king's foil. Let's go.
This is
Yeah, we're running off now.
wait, I got more stuff to give you.
It was nice to forgive you too. It was nice to forgive you too.
There's a message. There's a message. What do you guys plan on doing?
That's need to know, and you don't need to know.
Sorry, bad
But you-
reception. Can't hear what you're saying.
No, there's a very important thing that the DM needs to pass on.
Bring in Tom Bombadil again. There's a deadly monster over there.
No! It's like all of a sudden the mayor's chasing after you.
Ah!
What?
Sigmund, take care of him.
Max crossbow names.
Why are you trying to go the other side of false intel? Must be very important.
That's for
Don't
us
just
to
give us
know and you to
information
find
or
out. I'm gonna spur my pony and just keep going.
Yeah,
Joey,
we're
Joey,
not
listen to
sharing
what he's
more,
saying.
like,
Oh
he
my
wants to give us
gosh!
a
I
message
don't.
or
Okay.
anything in case that's his job, but like we're packing up and
Yeah.
like
Okay.
we're
You know what this reminds me of? Chris, have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that one village that they go to that where they have like the burning of the Avatar or whatever.
Yes.
It's like the worst village ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird. That's this way.
These are the vibes.
Gary has a second thought. He's like, shall we listen to him? I thought he was crazy, but
No.
I'm not so sure anymore.
Gary, this is why the other Gary is the smart one.
Well, you're right about that, but I you know, that's why I asked you. Not very smart in the head thing.
Look, Gary, I don't want to deal with those people anymore.
I don't either,
our-
but
if it's
they do.
dangerous, it's dangerous, right? Gandalf knows where we're going. Maybe, I don't know.
Dolph, that's important. I got news for you. He's yelling. He heard you say Gandalf.
No, he didn't.
He's on the horse now as he's heading towards you.
Uh-oh. We're
Okay,
being railroaded.
I'm going,
Stop to give you.
Well,
I'm
maybe
going
we
to
should...
cast Fog Cloud. I
But-
cast Fog Cloud.
No!
Yeah.
It's a message from the White Wizard.
Which
Where
one?
are you?
Hey, Eli. I would like to cast grease on the area that you're casting the fog cloud on, so when he runs into the fog cloud, he slips and falls on his butt.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
Just like glug 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 from my alchemy check, just like, like as we're riding away.
Will this come back to haunt
You
us? Most
thieves!
definitely.
You killed my
Probably.
horse.
I'm sorry, why did we kill his horse? What?
Was it you? You heard? He was on the horse. The horse tripped, and I got a nat 1. It's also long cloud, so he can't see his horse really, but he thinks his horse is dead.
Well, all the more reason to leave then. You apparently have much to mourn about. Goodbye.
No!
Get Darwin by the
It's
door!
important! This is an important message! He tried to get it to all the wizards! It's a threat! Hear my word!
You're right, so how we didn't get anything past my word.
I muted you. It was too much of an opportunity to pass up.
To hear my words! The White Wizard's trying to get the Council of the Wise together!
The Council of the Wives? What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh!
The White Council must come together! This is important!
We're gone.
Sigmund is going to look up at Feldon. Bloody blazes does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Elton's gonna
I don't know why
You
you
know
were so intent on telling us that.
If you want to, you could do another history check.
I
over
don't care,
the-
and I don't think my character would know.
Your character would know. Your character would know.
Wait, what's the check? I'll do it. Insight?
No, it's history.
History? I have a -2.
Oh, that. Yeah.
For a 6.
6. Council of the Wise. Unfortunately, this is a council of wise people to give wise jokes to each other. I don't know.
Okay,
White
fine.
wizards.
You wanted
Who
me to-
cares about him?
You wanted me to roll a history check. I rolled a soft 20.
Okay. Soft 20. The last time you know that a Council of the Wise was brought together was in Bilbo's writings. He talked about it in length. This is when they had to come together to destroy the Necromancer. When the when the Council of the Wise come together, it's very important to destroy big enemies like
Wait a
Sauron.
second. Bilbo didn't know about that part of the meeting. All he knew was about, oh, hey, there are these dwarves going to the Lonely Mountain.
Technically, The Hobbit was written by Bilbo Baggins, so he does know.
Are we talking about the book or the film?
Interesting.
Because I'm talking about the book.
We should just take the meta knowledge and work with it.
Yeah, just take
Nah,
the
screw
knowledge.
that. I want to play this legit.
The importance is that you are aware that when the White Wizard wants to grab a council together, is so that way they can defeat a big giant evil guy.
Yeah, like I'm aware of what the White Council is by way of, oh, hey,
Yeah.
There are these dwarves about to piss off a dragon. Should we be worried?
Yeah. Plus, this is actually lore friendly because the biggest question is how in the world, or not how, but why in the world. So, according to the Lord of the Rings, the reason why Gandalf goes to the White Wizard is because Radagast told Gandalf that the White Wizard was trying to put a council together. How in the world did Radagast know that? Unless someone told Radagast that the White Wizard is trying to gather the wizards together. So the reason why Gandalf is in the tower is because Radagast told Gandalf that Saruman was summoning the wizards.
I mean, Thrush messaging systems are presumably a thing, I guess.
Yeah, but remember what I said. Gandalf has been trying to get messages to and from Radagast, but he hasn't been getting anything. Radagast is out of the loop for some apparent reason.
Right. So what he's leaning towards is that we are the ones who are supposed to deliver the message to Radagast.
Yeah.
That being said, I still
And
take
then
it
you guys started running away like,
people were stupid.
DM! You guys are running away, so the DM is like, no, he's gotta pass his message on.
No. I
This
reject
message isn't
destiny.
coming from Gandalf, it's coming from these random guys with no survival instinct.
Well, here's the
Tried to
thing.
kill us.
Here's the thing. These people are thugs. Okay, they are stupid, but they're thugs. Why in the world do they have a message from the White Wizard? Do you know what happened after the third book, with the Shire?
It got invaded.
By thugs, and the White Wizard disguised himself. Guess who these thugs are aligned with? Guess what you
I
just
see.
did!
Well,
Oh,
it's their fault for being stupid. So
Yeah, it is their fault for being stupid.
the timeline is gonna have to find someone else to fulfill their wishes.
I'm trying to tie everything together.
Hey, Eli, are you sad you didn't let me shoot him now?
There was also one more thing I wanted you guys to do, but you can't do it because this is how you get the translation to your weapons and the shield, because they would have been able to give you the translation.
Hey, DM, bravo on making the bad guys very dislikable.
Hey.
Did we help the
But-
bad guys by giving them King's Foil?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Well, it was a humanitarian effort.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One that I wasn't really a part of. I went with because the rest of the party was going in.
So as you're leaving, I'll actually make it slightly different. So you're leaving. We'll make this the beginning of the travel, but it's not the majority of the travel. We only got 30 minutes. There's a couple of things I really want to cover. So
I mean, I'm
you
fine
guys are
with
leaving.
that, so whatever.
You. Is there anything you want to do in Tharbad? There's no people because you just passed all the people, so it's nothing but ruins. Is there anything you want to do in the ruins, or just leave the area?
I want to leave.
Does it look like they took everything with them when they left?
What?
It looks like a dragon came and decided to smash all the buildings, saying gobble up everything.
I ask again, does it look like everything they had of value they took with them when they left?
Oh, of value? Like gold? Yes, definitely. It's like everything that you see left behind is like articles of clothing, there's some furniture that's left behind. But if you were to go in and like look, it's like every single piece of gold and jewelry is like gone.
Okay,
And also all the food.
I'm not talking monetary value so much as usefulness. So they still have like clothes and furniture.
Yeah. And usefulness, what would be useful? Like shovels. They
anything
like
like
the
that?
shovels, pickaxes.
Oh, store inventories that they didn't take?
Exactly, like perishables, stuff like
Well,
that.
food. It is. If you were to go around, you would notice that there is not a lick of food.
Seems
Okay,
our Ardalon friends were competent enough to at least get all of that.
Which they were willing to give to you guys.
Well, they shouldn't have been so stupid.
Indeed. Honestly, knowing those guys, I wouldn't trust their smoked salmon because it would probably have gone bad.
It wouldn't have been anywhere
They
near as
would've
good
found a
as
way to-
Alaskan king salmon.
They
Well,
would
see.
have found a way to screw up their smoked.
So as you guys leave, you notice that there is just a random hut off to the side that has like smoke coming out, and there is a couple of oxen outside, and you see like an elvish person that's still in the field. And he's like looking at you guys, and he like mumbles under his breath, "Idiots."
Hey, there's an elf over there. Do you think he can read this?
I mean, I'm assuming he's saying that out of earshot, right? The idiot's bit.
Oh, the idiots bit. Well, you definitely heard. Well, oh, wait a second.
How
Can you
far
read
away
his
are we?
lips? I rolled an 18 for deception, so you probably didn't hear him, but you may have read his lips. Do an insight check,
Nah,
or a passive insight. I'll let you choose.
passive insight would be an 11, I think.
So if you want to do an insight check, you can do that.
Well, passive is just an 11, so.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm giving you the opportunity if you want to potentially
And I'm
make it
saying I'm
higher.
going with the passive because I can.
Oh, he likes his 11.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You just know that he mumbled under his breath after he looked at you. He like gave you the stink eye.
Okay.
Maybe we smell funny. But it might be me. But I've been traveling.
It might be just because you're a dwarf.
Yeah, they don't really like us dwarves.
Can't imagine why.
I can't either. I think we're wonderful people. So
I would actually agree. Honestly, when I watched the movies and read the books, I was more favorable towards the dwarves than to the elves.
I mean,
I think,
the elves are historically and, like, in terms of personality, kind
In
of
the-
snobby actors.
Yeah. In my first session, I think I said that Gary likes the elves, and that's going against the grain in his ancestor race.
Like,
Yeah.
with my limited understanding
not-
of the Cimmerillion, they are very much less sort of
Not all
objectionable
dwarves are the
in
same.
current age, and they are
Correct.
still pretty not friendly.
Yeah. Especially the wood elves.
Yep. Legolas, that is a jerk.
but again, it's like that's not all elves and that's not all dwarves.
Yeah. Anyway.
Actually,
Actually.
Go ahead,
Actually. I mean, do you guys ignore the elf and just go on your path?
I would
Okay,
like
no,
to. I don't know what the other guys are doing.
Curiosity, more than anything else, I think. I'm going to, at least.
Oh, you want to talk to him? Did I hear correctly?
At the very least, I want to, like, sort of get a good look at him. It's like, hobbits don't interact with elves really at all. So.
Do you want to take
You're
the
not-
sword with you? Are you gonna show him the sword?
I think it was a sword, right? That had the writing on it.
There's a sword, a short sword, and a shield.
I didn't take any of the swords, I don't think. Actually, no, I've got a Burrow's blade, but you can if you want. I just want to get a good look at him. I've seen enough before.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, we're well, they're from. Let's see. The two dwarves are from Erebor, and that's
Dwarves.
Demon Ranger. But I'm
Dude.
a Shire.
So you're not descendants of the idiots.
I should certainly.
Yeah.
hope
Okay. Never mind. I thought you were all humans. Never mind. A hobbit? You're a hobbit, right? Are you a river hobbit?
A what hobbit? Sorry.
A river hobbit.
Well, I
You don't look like a river hobbit.
Well, I do my fair amount of fishing, but no, I'm a Shireling.
Ah, you're one of those hobbits. Okay. And I see you got two dwarves here. Okay,
Hi.
good folk. Good
I
folk.
wave from a distance.
Hi.
Hello.
Aye.
And then I jump out and like,
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna go say hi to him.
jump out of the cart, and I kind of like trot over there.
Hi. Oh, it's been a long time since I've clocked eyes on an elf.
It's good.
I
He
just
like
straight up
pats your
haven't.
head.
He kind of smiles. I smile like, I always find you guys fascinating.
Same here too. I actually quite enjoy the company of dwarves to my fellow elves.
Likewise. Wait, is that me what I think it does? Sorry, I'm not very smart in my brain box.
Sigmund is going to furrow his brow because this kind of goes straight in the face of what Bilbo was telling him about cultural relations.
you,
Oh,
you met the
I guess really
exception.
can't believe everything you're eating.
No, I'm just a simple hermit. I built this place here way before the idiots built their city over there and then destroyed their city. I just want to raise my cattle.
Well,
Like, grew to hate my fellow elves because they decide to build luscious cities and make ridiculous reigns, then destroy said city. Dwarves, on the other hand, are not the source of their own destruction. They at least want to preserve their heritage instead of escape and run away like cowards. So obviously I don't like.
that seems a rather heavy topic.
It's alright. Cattle are much easier to talk with. Right? Yeah, good boy.
Oh,
I can attest to that. They are.
What are you staring at?
What, mate? I just want to say hi. Maybe get your name. My name's Gary.
Nice to meet you.
Sigmund Brockhouse after service.
Okay, segment. Okay.
He's not gonna do
Yeah,
the
you-
and so at yours.
It seems
I think-
you have us at a disadvantage.
I guess I do.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. Nice meeting you. Goodbye.
You have a good day. I don't know why you
What?
came over here to bother me, but okay.
Hold on, give me one second.
Let's wait until Shadow gets back.
Oh, did Eli leave?
Go-
Yeah.
Shadow's definitely.
he goes back. He goes back to like shear, not shearing, but like
Brushing.
combing the cattle.
Yeah.
Washing, we'll go with that. He goes back to washing the cattle. I like he's like looking at you. It's like, why are you still here?
Well, as for why I'm still here, I figured you'd be a good person to ask as to why those idiots had a message from the White Wizard they wanted relayed.
White wizard.
That's what they said. I don't know that I trust them. But
Them people are just way too wise for me. Must be something to do with this blasted weather. It's been black as of late. Maybe the old fart is back again to cause this trouble like usual.
the old car.
Yeah, the old fart. Man who talks with his rear ends. The black folk. The guy who thinks that one ring is better than 9 others. Pompous person.
Ooh. So that's how they figure it out, I guess. Or am I
That
just
sounds like a personal grievance.
Well, he did kind of trick the wise and glamorous elves of Forsaken Land. He did convince them into literally destroying their own city and running away, the cowards they are, back to Haven. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, you could go on.
Nice. Well,
I mean, if you come to talk with me, I guess you have some type of business. What you need?
mostly just wanted to commiserate. Those idiots seemed a bright headache for minutes or so we were talking with them. I can't imagine what living next to them would have been like.
Just imagine what it's like when the wind comes from the north end. See, cattle smell nice. Not the smell that comes, the stench that comes from that city. The smell of stupidity.
Sigmund will take a whiff and get a hefty dose of manure. I think you and I have different olfactory senses.
Sounds really smart.
I have a question. I know I'm not playing, but is this a possibility of getting those things translated or no?
There is. We're just bullshitting around it.
Just wondered.
Yeah. It's like the DM's like waiting. It's like, come on, you gotta like force me to keep on playing this act as the grumpy old elf that hates everything.
We're enjoying making you do it.
That explains a lot.
This is like the get off my lawn guy. No, this isn't the get off my lawn guy. This is more like that 70s show father guy. Kind of.
Anyway, came across this in our travels. Described with some form of elvish, I think. I can't read it. Maybe you might be able to. I'm going to like draw and roll out the blade, the burrow blade.
Okay. No, which one did you pull out?
The short sword burrow blade that I got. Like, I don't have any of the others. They're going to have to follow up and interact if they want theirs read.
Okay, let me see this.
Problem is Levi's not here. He has an object, short sword.
Well,
so we can say that you can act on his behalf and say that he pulled it out.
Okay, Levi does that.
Okay.
Are you guys here? Like, I thought you hadn't back by the card.
Dumb Gary is.
You guys.
I am still ahead of everyone. I am not in this situation at all.
I see. This is a Dunedain blade of men. It looks like it was built back in the days of Arnor. Wow, this is an old blade. Letters on it. It's found in the graves. So you're grave robbers. Interesting. Great, I affiliate with grave robbers. Let's see the letters on this. Borrowed.
Person.
I think smart Gary would pipe up and say, "No, that we were told that this would bring honor to those who were dead."
Yeah, some fellow with blue cloak and yellow boots. Don't know if you know of him.
Oh yeah, that annoying guy. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Oh, but this is interesting. Wow. It's still in good condition. Yeah, so I'll just give it to you short. Anything this blade pierces If there's a curse on the thing, the curse is dispelled. He hands the blade
Wow.
back.
Smart Gary's gonna hand him the short sword and ask the same thing.
Ah. No, long sword.
Long sword, that's what it was.
Ah, this is an elven blade. Something made by the quite foolish smiths, I see. Let's see. Also in good condition. I assume you also stole this from the graveyards at the Dunedain.
We were told it would bring great honor to those who were dead and use those blades to slay those who they would consider as enemies.
Ah, I see. You only got a one line that you repeat multiple times. Got it. But then again, that one line is also good enough. I'm pretty certain the elves would not care if you stole this from fellow humans. Let's see. This blade. This is just your ordinary elven blade. If a fell creature gets nearby, it glows.
Ah,
Use this as fair warning. If it starts glowing, a fell creature is nearby, he hands the sword back.
thank you.
Is that all you want to bother my time with? You also have a shield.
I will give him 1 day's worth of raccoon jerky.
Thank you.
I'm going to offer him the raccoon skins. I don't know if any source of wood would be useful for you, but perhaps you can make something with that.
This is very useful. I don't know what to do with this cured meat. I mean, maybe if I had some friends who could buy, I might hand it over to them. Maybe a fellow dwarf. He pockets the meat and he puts it like in his pocket.
That's gonna be bad sometimes. I'm going to give him the 19 skins.
Thank you.
Come on, are you guys almost done?
This is shield.
I think we left the shield behind. I remember.
No? Yeah, you kept the shield.
Yeah.
Who kept it?
It might have been another Gary.
I think it was other Gary. No, it might have been Felden that took it.
No, Felden wasn't with you guys.
No, like we might have kept it for Felden, though.
Oh, kept it for Felden. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression we didn't have it.
Well,
It
let's
was
just say
like
you
other
did.
Gary that kept it for Felden.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he took anything necessarily because he wanted to use battle axe.
Yeah.
That's an interesting shield you have there. That was definitely not made during the times of Arnor. That's a first man shield. That's of the first age.
First battle.
Also,
Shadows first lengthen.
also in good condition. And these letters. I mean, this is a ridiculously large shield. I think the only people who probably carry these shields are people so incompetent that they will get easily hit by a sword. But these words are fantastic. I'll just give it to you, Shorts. If equipped, if you were to suddenly by chance have a spark of genius, like in you human folk you would say a crit, then you may opt out of the extra damage and instead choose to automatically block all physical attacks for 1 turn until the start of your next turn. So basically, translation with the shield of the first man, that's what it's called. If you're wearing it and you crit a weapon attack, then instead of adding the extra damage, you can instead say that you block all physical damage with your shields for all the way up until the start of your next turn.
Wow.
I
Alright,
mean,
I wrote that down.
I was planning to make crayfish builds, so like.
You had to get
I
a
don't know.
crit though to proc it,
Dan,
but
are you playing a barbarian?
I'm a fighter, and so is other Gary.
Okay.
are you both
then
champions?
I don't remember.
These champions have the ability. I don't know which level it happens, but at a certain level, champions have the ability to expand the crit chance from not just a 20, but also a natural 19 and a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do have that. I do have that.
There you
Just
go.
haven't gotten a 19 yet.
So instead of a 5% chance, it's a 10% chance of proccing the shield of first men's complete damage negation effect.
I suppose Gary would be interested in using it then.
Okay. And here you're back.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
They don't
Thank
have-
you for giving me the opportunity to see such good condition equipment that I never plan on using nor want to see ever again.
Thank you, random NPC the DM came up with 15 minutes ago.
Exactly.
I know that feeling way too well. Oh, the game demands that I have an NPC and I didn't plan one. Come up with a stereotypical one that fits the situation fine enough that
Yeah.
I don't feel like an idiot.
It's like, oh, I wasn't planning to go any farther than this. I was planning to do this entire session and thought, but now they're leaving.
I kind of sensed we were doing that to you.
Quick question.
Yeah.
They're high quality blades with elven writing, and we're getting an elf to look at them. They have names.
Do they have names?
Yeah, do the blades have names?
Yeah, of course they do. Blade number 1, blade number 2.
And shield number
No,
A.
no. That's no. They don't have blade number 1 and blade number 2. It's like anyone who can read
I know.
Elven can see what the actual names are. This blade is called 238, and this next blade is called 5A27. And as for the shields,
I didn't know elves
2A
had serial numbers.
2A2325 BBC.
I prefer my name for it. Number A.
But what is it? Who cares? You can give it whatever name you want to give them. It's not like the people are there to remember them.
My shield will be called Tharbad.
Oh, what are you gonna use it for?
That I have no idea.
Wait, no, it was faux hammer. That was.
Oh, it's a full hammer. An enemy staggerer. I'm running out of options here. Stop poking holes in me plan.
But it's fun.
If you keep poking holes in
my
me
shield.
plan, I'm gonna poke holes in you.
Now,
Oh my lord.
I said I like the doors, but don't spill blood on this land, okay? If you're gonna do that, make sure you go a little bit more to the east. This is sacred land. Land built on the backs of good, old, smelly manure.
Do not insult the manure.
Gary has a very, very strange bit of knowledge that he's really, really knowledgeable at, and it's like composting blood meal into like fertilizer for plants, and he's like in his brain going over how frustrating it is that this elf doesn't understand, and he won't articulate it, but he has no idea what to say, and so keeps silent.
I see that look on it. Don't think I'm old enough to understand that look. No. I use good old seashells, seaweed, charcoal, and manure mixed
Fish
together.
fertilizer.
Yeah, fish fertilizer.
Something on the mind must.
Yeah. Well, we get our calcium from the river,
And I
not from the blood.
We're talking about fertilizing a random field in Lord of the Rings now.
Just like a,
Random
Come on,
character.
man. Like, the man himself really liked his descriptions. Like, I don't think this is out of frame.
this is exactly how the Bible study was going too.
I think it's probably reasonable that we are spending like 3 pages worth of description on this.
Right. As we are 5 minutes from our ending time, it's probably appropriate.
Yeah, and you force the DM to stretch like 40 minutes worth of extra content that he's just like fly of his pants trying to do.
Hey, we have avenged the idiots!
You know, we'll just end the session there with you guys leaving, and you hear a very interesting thing in the vehicle. Although, if you want to, you can just completely ignore it. So you just hear like a very interesting click in the wagon. Wagon just makes a very interesting noise, but then it doesn't make a noise ever again.
I'm going to check out the noise.
I'm glad the smart one's doing that.
I'm going to eat the
I would
noise.
like to roll an investigation.
Would that be an investigation?
I think so.
What did you say?
Natural 20.
Natural 20, okay.
4, I believe.
But it's like, but the problem is that, well, it doesn't matter what I would say. It would have been not 20 anyways. Yeah, one of the, it's the axis.
The axle?
You look, you look underneath, and you can see like a crack in the back axle.
Ah, lucky I caught this. I'm going to cast mending on it.
Next session, you hear another crack, but you don't hear it again.
You're like, oh,
Man.
what is this?
Well, see, that's the whole point of the travel. The travel session is I throw problems and see if you solve it, and you solve the problem. Well, one of the problems I was gonna give is that it just completely broke and the wagon crashes down on you, but it doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter anyways because you guys ran away from like a very important issue that they were trying to tell you about Olsen and Hell, but you
Well, they couldn't
completely
have been
ignored.
stupid. That's
Well,
completely
yeah.
on that NPC.
You
And then-
find out what the mechanical issue is once you get to the supposed mountain pass.
Okay, good session, everybody.
Yeah. Great
Well,
cliffhanger.
So